Have you ever wondered how autopilot really works on a plane? And is it really as autonomous as it sounds? You're sitting on a flight, and the pilot's voice comes over the intercom, saying they're engaging autopilot. It can be a bit unsettling if you're not sure what that means. Autopilot is a system that helps pilots control the aircraft, but it's not as simple as just flipping a switch. Think of it more like a highly advanced computer program that assists the pilots in flying the plane, similar to how a GPS navigates your car through unfamiliar roads. And here's the surprising part. Autopilot is actually a collection of different systems working together, each handling a specific task like navigation, altitude, and speed. It's designed to reduce the workload of the pilots, allowing them to focus on other important aspects of flying, like monitoring the weather and communicating with air traffic control. So, is autopilot really as autonomous as it sounds? Not exactly. It's more like a highly skilled co-pilot that helps the human pilots do their job more efficiently. In the next scenes, we'll dive deeper into how it all works, exploring the intricacies of autopilot and why it's a crucial part of modern air travel. Vocabulary: autonomous, navigates unfamiliar, workload. What if I told you that autopilot systems aren't just a single switch that pilots flip to take a break, but rather a collection of different modes that work together to keep the plane on course? Think of it like a GPS in your car, where you can set different routes or preferences to get to your destination. Autopilot systems have modes like altitude hold, which keeps the plane at a constant height, heading select, which maintains a specific direction, and vertical navigation, which guides the plane through climbs and descents. And here's the surprising part. Each mode is designed to assist the pilots, not replace them. It's more like having a highly skilled co-pilot who can take care of specific tasks, freeing up the human pilots to focus on the bigger picture. This way, pilots can monitor the situation and make adjustments as needed, while the autopilot system helps to reduce workload and minimize the risk of human error. So, autopilot modes are not about automating the entire flight, but about providing a set of powerful tools to support the pilots in their decision-making. And that's what makes modern autopilot systems so incredibly effective and reassuring for passengers like you. Vocabulary: automation, navigation, assistance, reliability. What happens when you engage the autopilot system in a commercial airliner? How does it actually know where it's going and how to get there? The answer lies in a network of sensors and computers that work together to gather data about the plane's speed, altitude, and position. Think of it like a highly advanced GPS system in your car, but instead of just using satellites, the autopilot system uses a combination of GPS, accelerometers, and gyroscopes to get a complete picture of the plane's movement. And here's the surprising part. These sensors are so sensitive that they can detect even the slightest changes in the plane's orientation and altitude, allowing the autopilot system to make incredibly fine-tuned adjustments. The computers then process all this data and use it to control the plane's flight surfaces, like the ailerons and elevators, to keep it on course. It's an incredibly complex system, but the end result is a remarkably smooth and stable flight experience for passengers. And the best part is, this system is constantly monitoring and adjusting. So even if the plane encounters turbulence or other challenges, the autopilot can respond quickly and effectively to keep everyone safe. So, to answer our question, the autopilot system knows where it's going and how to get there because of this sophisticated network of sensors and computers. And that's what makes it possible for planes to fly safely and efficiently, even in challenging conditions. Vocabulary: accelerometer, gyroscope, ailerons, elevators. So, what happens when autopilot is engaged? Are the pilots just sitting back and relaxing, or are they still actively involved in flying the plane? The answer is, they're always monitoring the system, keeping a close eye on the autopilot's performance, and ready to intervene if something unexpected happens, which is incredibly rare. Think of it like having a highly skilled co-driver on a road trip. They're not necessarily steering the wheel the whole time, but they're always paying attention to the road and can take over instantly if needed. And here's the surprising part. Even with autopilot engaged, pilots are still busy with other important tasks, like communicating with air traffic control, checking the weather, and planning the route ahead. Autopilot actually helps reduce their workload during long flights, allowing them to focus on these critical tasks and ensuring the safety of everyone on board. It's a collaborative effort between human pilots and automated systems, working together to make flying safer and more efficient. And that's the key to understanding how autopilot really works. It's not a replacement for human pilots, but a powerful tool that helps them do their job even better. So, to answer our question, pilots are always in control, even when autopilot is engaged, and that's what makes flying so extraordinarily safe. Vocabulary: intervene, monitor, rare, collaborate. What if the autopilot system fails or makes a mistake? Can it just fly the plane into danger? This is a concern that some people have, and it's understandable given how much trust we put in these systems. But here's the part most people don't know. Autopilot systems are designed with multiple redundancies, meaning that if one component fails, another can take its place immediately. It's like having multiple co-pilots sitting next to each other, ready to jump in if one of them needs a break. And pilots are always monitoring the systems, even when autopilot is engaged, so they can intervene at any moment if something goes wrong. Incredibly rare as it is for an autopilot system to fail, pilots are trained to take control of the plane instantly, and they practice this in simulations all the time. So, the reality is that autopilot systems make flying safer for everyone on board by reducing pilot workload and minimizing the chance of human error. And here's the surprising part. With autopilot, pilots can actually focus more on monitoring the plane's surroundings and anticipating potential issues, which makes the whole flight even safer. So, to answer your question, autopilot systems are designed to be highly reliable and safe, and pilots are always in control, even when autopilot is engaged. Want to learn more about how flying really works? Vocabulary: redundant, intervene, simulate, anticipate. So, to answer the question, how does autopilot really work? It's a sophisticated system that assists pilots but doesn't replace them. Think of it like a highly advanced co-pilot that can fly the plane, navigate, and even communicate with air traffic control, but it's always supervised by human pilots who can take control at any moment. And here's the surprising part. Autopilot is just one of the many reasons why flying is safer than ever. With autopilot, pilots can focus on monitoring the flight and making strategic decisions, which reduces the risk of human error. And let's not forget that autopilot systems are meticulously tested, maintained, and updated to ensure they're working flawlessly. So, the next time you're on a plane and you hear the pilot say, "Autopilot engaged," you can relax, knowing that it's a reliable system that's helping to get you to your destination safely. If you'll never look at a plane the same way, you know what to do. Subscribe to our channel for more explanatory videos like this one, where we dive into the fascinating world of aviation and share insider knowledge to make your next flight even more enjoyable. Vocabulary: autopilot, sophisticated, navigate, supervise meticulously.